Let's go. What's going on? So obviously I'm going live a little bit earlier today because I have to work later, hence why I'm dressed up a little bit more than normal. But I will say that let's talk about the crypto market. There's some stuff I want to talk about. Let me share my screen with you. It is technically 8 o'clock. I did tell my Telegram channel. That's why you should join the Telegram chat. That way, if I ever have to change the live stream time because of work, I can do that. I did tell the free Telegram link to join is in the description below. And also, if you guys want to join the trading group, link to join is in the description below as well. But let's go over here and look at the crypto and fear and greed index. Usually we do go lives Mondays and Saturdays at 11 p.m. Central Time. So today it's obviously about 3 hours earlier. Right now we're sitting at 63 in greed. I think when I looked 2 days ago, it was 65. I think maybe yesterday was 61. So maybe, I don't know. I thought it was 65 when I looked the other day. So anyways, that's where we're at right now. We are still in greed as far as that's concerned. So I can get out of that. As far as Bitcoin goes, let's kind of dive into that and see what's going on. Also want to let you guys know, I don't know if everyone knows this. Mondays are also when I do my longer live stream, so we go over more coins. Usually the Saturday streams are just a quick market update. This is a quick market update, but also a deeper dive, and I just analyze more tokens. So let's look and see what's going on in the space. Appreciate if you hit the likes. It does help support the channel as well. So right off the bat, Bitcoin got the dip today down to $89,235. And that was a good support zone. I thought we already had another move down there earlier, like a while ago. But no, that's a lower low as far as I'm concerned. Lower low. And at this point, you can expect a lower high. So that's what happened recently. If we look at the monthly, we can see the monthly was getting a move to the downside. And now it's coming back this way. I also need, before I get too far into this, I need to look and make sure that this is going pretty well. So just bear with me right now. I got to make sure that I got to get the music going. Okay, we should be good now. That might be a little bit too loud. I always forget the music. All right, so anyways, we got the move to the downside on the stock RSI, and now you're getting the move back to the upside. So to me, the monthly time frame doesn't look fantastic. The weekly time frame, if we zoom in a little bit, is getting the move to the downside. Not completely oversold, but it is trying to get the move to the downside. I think the weekly still is more downside. If Bitcoin does come back down to this breakout zone at 65,000, it wouldn't really surprise me. Well, really, technically, the support zone that I see. So the support zone that I see is about $73,000 on Bitcoin if you do continue lower. And honestly, if you lose the level of $89,000, your next area of support is going to be $73,000. So it's just something to watch for. The Bitcoin bulls do not want to lose a level of 89,000 because then again, your next massive support is that $73,000 level. So right now to the upside, let's go down to the 3-day time frame. The 3-day time frame is oversold. You have massive resistance / support at 94,300. Right now, you're trying to bounce off of it, but it's kind of struggling. You did obviously get well below earlier today. So I would say right now 94.4 we're above it, but I would still say it's kind of resistance until you can really stay above it on like a daily candle close. And technically, I guess today we did that, so I guess it is slightly support now. The 2-day time frame is oversold. The daily is oversold. You can see on the daily, you try to get the move to the upside on the stock RSI, but you got no love. And also, I don't love the fact, usually whenever I see the RSI, let me make this full screen. Usually whenever I see the RSI not get completely oversold before you get a bounce, that means that the stock RSI is going to roll over later and continue lower for possibly a lower low. So to me, even the daily isn't looking bullish. And like you had this move to the downside here at 90,600, then the RSI started to get a slight bounce to the upside, and then you just made a lower low. So to me, if anything, I hate to say it, guys, but I would love lower prices. But to me, this is a bear flag, an ugly one at that. And I know you lost it, but you got back in it. So whenever that happens, I still consider a bear flag. And I did not see this until just now, but this does look like a move to the downside. Also, I looked at Bookmap, and I should talk about that and look at that more. But Bookmap does have more liquidity to the downside at $85,000. So to me, I really think it's most likely that that we do continue to the downside as far as that is concerned. By the way, we're live on YouTube as well if you guys want to go check that out. I also should say I made a Clapper account. So my socials are the same over there. That way, if TikTok does get banned, that's why I'm going to start going live. That will replace TikTok. But anyways, getting back into Bitcoin on the 12-hour time frame, I see this as a bear flag. The only way I would be bullish on this now is if you take out this last wick here at 96,000. If you break 96,000, I think you can negate the bearishness of this bear flag. But to me, as long as you stay above 96,000 on the 12-hour time frame, I'm bearish. And if you stay above 94.4, I can remain short-term bullish. But like on the macro time frame, 12-hour and higher, I would say you must break $97,000 to remain bullish. Otherwise, I have to consider this as a bear flag. Like the 12-hour time frame doesn't look good. The 8-hour time frame is about to make a lower high. The last time you were overbought was all the way back up here around $103,000. That was on the 8-hour time frame. The last time the 8-hour time frame was overbought was 103,000 or just under that, and now you're getting overbought below 95,000. So to me right now, you must break 97,000 or 96,000, I just said, to remain bullish on these higher time frames. Like if you look at the 6-hour time frame, that's almost overbought. The 4-hour time frame, same situation. That got overbought very quickly. The last time the 4-hour time frame was overbought was again up here. No, it wasn't. It wasn't up there. It was the last time the 4-hour time frame was overbought was 95.8. So we'll see what happens. Bitcoin right now must break 96,000. Otherwise, I cannot be bullish here on these larger time frames. So if we go now below the 4-hour time frame, we can look at this. The 3-hour time frame is overbought as well. If we go down to the 1-hour time frame, it doesn't look good either. So again, I need to see Bitcoin break 96,000, or I just am not going to be bullish on what we've got going on here. I will say the 15-minute time frame, I talked about this in my trading group, broke the 200-day moving average. I said that would be bullish, especially if you broke 94.4, which was resistance. But I also see it like this. So this is also on the 15-minute time frame now a rising wedge. So now on the at least on the 15, the 8-hour and 12-hour need to break 96,000 to remain bullish for me. But like if you look at the 15-minute time frame is not bullish unless you break 95.2, because to me this is a rising wedge. These break down about 70% of the time, and they would break back down to where they started, which in this case would be about 91.2. 91.3. So to me, I see bearishness in the air for Bitcoin on the 15-minute time frame. The bulls must break 95.2. If you can't do that, I see more downside. And then on the higher time frames like the 4-hour and higher, I need to see it. Let's break 96,000. Otherwise, I just see more downside for Bitcoin. So hey, if you guys are enjoying it, make sure you guys hit the likes. It does help support the channel, and I do appreciate it very much. So that wraps it up for Bitcoin. Bitcoin must break 95.2 on the 15 and 96,000 on the higher time frames. Otherwise, I just see more downside for Bitcoin back down to that level. And so the level would be 94.4. If you lose that, I'm looking for 90,400. If you lose that, you have a local low at 89.2. If you lose that, I don't see much support until about $73,000 for Bitcoin. So that wraps it up for Bitcoin. Now, as far as meme coins go, I am still in Herald. I've been in Herald for about 2 weeks now. It's a meme coin on Solana, so I do want to talk about it very quickly. I'm not going to go too much into this, but the 4-hour time frame right now for Herald does look like decently bullish to me. You can see that the stock RSI is making a higher low. You made a new all-time high, so I should move the purple line up because that's an all-time high. And I do see more upside for this. Like this is a pretty bullish sentiment that we're in right now. On Herald, the market cap is about $25 million. And as long as you stay above the 4-hour, 200-day smooth moving average, I will stay in the trade. That is that thicker yellow line there, which is currently coming in at $11 million market cap. So we'll see what happens for Herald, but overall, it's a meme coin I've probably been talking about now for at least 2 weeks, and I've been saying that it looks bullish to me, and it looks like it wants to continue to the upside. So right now, I also do see resistance on Herald at $27 million market cap. So that's something to take note of. But overall, it does seem bullish to me. You have a local low here at 11 million or 12 million, about basically 12 million. So that is also support. And now can we make a support here around 18, 19 million off this last local low here from about 6 hours ago. So that's kind of what I see going on in Herald. I know most people probably don't care, but that is a meme coin that I've talked about now for a while, and a meme coin that looks good. I'll say the 2-hour time frame is scaring me a little bit. The 1-hour time frame, same situation. But if you just let the 4-hour time frame do its thing, I believe this will continue to the upside and may likely break that $31 million market cap all-time high. So This is, and also, I see this as a falling wedge on Herald, so you can't really use a stop loss in this, so it's pretty high risk. So you have to be willing, pretty much invest what you're willing to lose. But I do see Herald continuing further to the upside, and I will continue to talk about it, every single time I go live, as long as it still looks bullish to me. And as of right now, it does. And right now, that would give you a measured move of about, if you want to be conservative, a $40 million market cap. So that's what I see going on for Herald. That's just an idea out there. But Herald is a meme coin that I'm in, and we'll see what happens. If you guys have requests for altcoins, let me know in the comment section below as well. It might be a good thing I'm moving over to Clapper and TikTok's getting banned, because I'm pretty sure I'm shadow banned here. I don't know what's going on. But I only posted one video on Clapper so far. My socials are all the same, and it already has more likes than usually would get on TikTok. So I think that's kind of sad. But yeah, so we'll see what happens. But apparently it's supposed to be banned, I think, in like a week. So that'll be interesting to see what goes on over there as far as that is concerned. I do want to talk about the trade I'm in. That is a lot safer than Herald. Technically, they're both trades. They're both swing trades. But I'm in Yearn Finance short right now. And I guess I didn't really look at the 4-hour time frame today on Yearn Finance. But as far as I'm concerned, Yearn Finance is extremely bearish. And I mean, it's been bearish. I've been in this trade now 6 days, 6.5 days. Tomorrow at 9 a.m. Central Time will be 7 days. A whole week I've been in this trade, I believe. And it just looks bearish. The 4-hour time frame on Yearn Finance right now is overbought, making a lower high, and your next support is $7,100. So, until you get, I kind of expect us to get down there on Yearn Finance. The 1-hour time frame is rolling over, looks bearish as heck as well right now. And if you look at the 33-minute time frame, it just doesn't look good. And the 15-minute time frame doesn't look good either. Although the 15-minute time frame is kind of trying to make some kind of bullish flag here. You could say that is attempting to make a bull flag. So I will say, I take that back. I do think the 15 looks good, but to me, I'm still in the short right now. I have my stop loss in profits at $8,100. That 15-minute time frame, can the bulls do some damage here and hold 7,700? If you hold 7,700, which I did say earlier today was support, you lost it. Now you're back above it. So 7,700 is technically support. That would have a measured move of 8,225. I'll say this on Yearn Finance: if you hold 7,700, I do see more upside for it. But otherwise, if you lose 7,700, you're likely to make a lower low below 7,100. So bulls must hold 7,700. Otherwise, I see downside. And again, my stop loss is at this thicker yellow line here, the 200-day smooth moving average on the half-hour time frame. So we'll see what happens. The 15-minute time frame looks interesting to me for a long. I'm going to stay in my short unless you break 8,100. But that is just, so I'm still in that trade. I've been in that trade for almost a week, and we'll see what happens. So if you guys have requests for altcoins, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll look at them. But otherwise, that is kind of what's going on for Yearn Finance. I also did want to talk about XRP and what's going on XRP. So I'm going to get into that in a second. Before I go over to XRP, I'm going to look at Tesla. I've been in this Tesla trade for a long time now. Probably, I don't know how long. Tesla had a really nice day today. And I kind of drew this in a weird pattern here, but I saw this as a bearish pattern. So now getting back to the top of the pattern, getting overbought. And it's kind of likely that Tesla rolls over here. You lost, if you lose 394, I see Tesla coming back down to this high volume node here at 341. I don't want to see that happen, but that is what I see going on. I initially got into Tesla and I talked about buying Tesla around $200. I got in at 225. And I will stay in Tesla as long as you stay above 300. If you lose 300, I'm going to be out of the trade. But that's what I see. I see Tesla's short term kind of bearish right now. So I need to see us break back to 490. If you can't do that, I'm going to have to bail on the trade. If you do break down here, I'm going to have to bail on the trade. But Tesla right now, it did get bounced, but I still see it in a bearish pattern. I hope I'm wrong because I am long on it. But to me, it looks kind of bearish right now. The 4-hour time frame is overbought at the top of the flag, top of the bear flag I see. So I hope I'm wrong. But right now, Tesla looks bad. And then if I just go down to the 1-hour time frame on Tesla, to me, like that's a rising wedge and doesn't look great. Now, the 15-minute time frame could be making some kind of bull pennant here. So here's a bullish scenario. Is that this is going to be some kind of bull pennant here. and we continue to the upside here on Tesla. But I will say I don't love where the 4-hour time frame is at on Tesla, so you would really need you need the 50-minute time frame to kind of save the week on Tesla. And tomorrow you would like to see Tesla well above 430 or at least above that resistance at 427. If you do that, then you can negate the bearish pattern that I was talking about. Otherwise, I would pretty much say if Tesla loses 410, you're likely, or not. How can that be 410? If Tesla loses, that's just 410, but we're at $403. Maybe that. Interesting. I'm not quite sure how that makes any sense. Yeah, I don't know. If Tesla loses the bottom of this flag, though we are bearish. I don't know. That's weird. But anyways, yeah, that's what I see going on for Tesla. So tomorrow morning you would need to see the bounce to the upside. The 50-minute time frame is oversold. Remember, obviously the markets are closed right now in the stock market, but that's just something I'm watching right now on Tesla. You don't want to lose the bottom of this flag. If you do, you are going to likely go down to the next support, which again, the next support on Tesla would be this local low here at 370. If you lose 370, I'm looking for, unfortunately, about $300 or no, 340 and then $300. So the support right now on Tesla is 370, 340, and then about 296. So I'm really hoping we don't test those levels, but if we do, we do. So if you guys hit the likes, it does help support the channel. I do appreciate it. But that's kind of what I see going on on Tesla right now. Yeah. So let me just see something really quickly. I don't know what this means. More than interesting. I don't know what that means. All right, so Bitcoin coming in at $95,000. I did say you must break 95.2 on the smaller time frames and 96,000 on the higher time frames to remain bullish. Can we do that? That's the question right now. YFI holding these levels here as well. Let's go over to XRP and kind of see what's going on XRP. Thank you for the gift, Matthew. I do appreciate it. Thank you. Capsule is the new coin. Do you want me to look at Capsule? I've never heard of that. So XRP right now, in a nutshell, let's see what's going on. Let me go to the 4-hour time frame on XRP. I made a TikTok video about this. The 4-hour time frame has some love. But I didn't like the fact you never got completely oversold. I talked about that in my TikTok video. The 1-hour time frame right now on XRP is in a flag with a measure move of 275. If you get to 275, it's likely that you just go to that resistance at 287. So we'll see if we can get that move on XRP to the upside. Your next resistance on XRP is $2.63. And then, of course, you have massive support to the downside at 240, 238, which you did hold. You did wick below it, but overall, that is support at 238. You got back above it. So, to me, XRP is bullish here, but you must hold the level, I would say, of 250. If you hold 250, just like I said in the TikTok video, I see a move coming to 280 on XRP. So I just want to recap that really quickly because XRP's been kind of, I don't know, for XRP, it's been pretty volatile. So I just thought I should probably talk about XRP right now. So Matthew says Capsule. I don't know what Capsule is. Let's go see what Capsule is. I see it on CoinEx. Let me know if this is wrong or right or what's going on. But the 4-hour time frame on this doesn't look super new. So I feel like this is not the right coin. Plus, it looks like it's going straight down, and now I just messed up the chart somehow. I'm not sure what I just did. There we go. It's KOA. That is the ticker USDT. Can we do so? I'll look at the spot. You said KOA though. This is KO. Is this? I'm not sure I see KOA ticker. Is it on TradingView or not? Yeah, I don't think this is the right one. In the meantime, while I wait for a response, I'm also watching this right here, Aerodome. It's looking pretty interesting to me. Hold on a second. I don't know what's going on here. Hold on. Bear with me. So Aerodome right now looks pretty interesting for continuation to the downside. I said you had support at 85 cents. You got really close to it, bounced above it. Now your next resistance is $1.30. We'll see if we can get it back to $1.30. I would say if you break $1.10, you're going to $1.30 because then you'd be above the high volume node. So I would like to see Aerodome to be bullish, break $1.10. If you can't do that, I'm looking for more downside on Aerodome. So that's just kind of what I see going on right now as far as that is concerned. And I'm not sure exactly what's going on with my thing on YouTube. I'm trying to fix that right now. Hopefully it's working. So yeah, Aerodome is bullish if we break $1.10. Otherwise, I see more downside on Aerodome. So with that being said, guys, that's kind of what I got. I don't know what's going on YouTube. I don't see any requests coming in, so I'm going to wrap things up here. Thank you guys for joining. I'll be back live on Saturday at 11 p.m. Central Time, back to our normal schedule. And while I'm talking, it's looking like Harold, if you guys are watching this later, is getting the move to the upside here. I would like to think it's because of me, but it's probably not. But Harold is getting the move to the upside right now. So I am going to stay in Harold again as long as you stay above the 4-hour, 200-day smooth moving average, which is down at about a $12 million market cap. So yeah, that's kind of what I see going on with Harold. And I really don't know what's going on with my YouTube live stream. It's just not wanting to work. So I'm not sure what's going on. So that's just what I see going on, though. I see this continuing to the upside for a new all-time high. I have a measure move of about a $40 million market cap on Harold. So that's just what I see going on. But with that being said, guys, I'm going to get on out of here, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, trade safe and have a great rest of your weekend. Maybe no one's watching right now because the NFL game is going on. Hey, I mean, that's fair. Bitcoin right now ripping, and I said if Bitcoin stays above 95 too, it can be bullish on the small time frames. And if you break 96,000, that's bullish. You have to remember that most of the time rising wedges break to the downside, but when they do break up, they break up parabolically. So let me see what the measure move is here on this wick or on this rising wedge here. Finally, it's working again on YouTube. The measure move is almost $100,000 Bitcoin. So that is kind of what I see going on for Bitcoin right now. That measure move would take you to 100,564. We'll see if we get up there. I'll leave this here as a crazy bullish idea, and it could happen. So just, that's my bullish idea, is that the rising wedge breaks all the way above 100,000. That'd be pretty awesome for the entire market. That might kind of mean that I should be getting out. This YFI trade right now is starting to break back to the upside. Maybe it's time to be getting out of this trade right now on YFI. But I'm in the short, so I'll stay in the short and we'll see what happens. Again, my stop loss is right here. And now, of course, something else is going on YouTube. Oh, there we go. It's working again. I don't know. My YouTube's all messed up today, but that's what I see. The entire market might be bouncing back to the upside here. Like even Aerodome, if you just look at the 15-minute time frame, I know I'm hopping back and forth between these coins, but with Bitcoin pumping, you can see that the altcoins fall pretty quickly. So the 50-minute time frame on Aerodome looks good to me. Actually, it does look good. And I said if you break $1.10, you could see $1.30. If you break the measure move right now is $1.15, that would get you above that high volume node at $1.10. So to me, Aerodome could also be reversing to the upside. I think Aerodome would be an awesome long if you break that 200-day smooth moving average on the half-hour time frame. I don't know. I like trading that time frame. So we'll see what happens. But to me, the market does want to bounce up to the upside here, especially I'll be very bullish on Bitcoin if you break $96,000. If you can do that, I believe the entire market could pump into Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe even Thursday. Wednesday and Thursday is when the market has the most liquidity. So that's just something to take note of. But I do see Bitcoin continue, getting the move to the upside if you stay above 95.2, and then on the higher time frames, 96,000. So that's kind of what I see going on for Bitcoin and for the market, for the day. So thank you for the like on YouTube. Appreciate it. So we got some love on YouTube finally. But that's kind of what I see going on for the markets. If Bitcoin stays above 95 too, I see more upside to 96,000. And then eventually, if you get above 96,000, again, I see fireworks to 100,490. So I'm going to call it, I'll say this. I'm going to say this right now. If Bitcoin breaks $96,000, I'm going to call a move to 100,490 sometime by the end of this week, Friday at the latest. During the work week, I mean. So sometime Friday before 3 p.m. or whenever the stock market closes, depending on where you're at. I think it closes 3 or 3:30 here. I really don't know. I should know. I don't know if it closes at 3 p.m. or 3:30, but either way, that's what I see. Some move to the upside of 100,490 if we breach 96,000. If you don't breach 96,000, I'm not calling it. But if you break 96,000, I see another move of another $5,000 to the upside for Bitcoin if you break 96,000. So look for a move above 96,000. That's when I think the bulls could come really alive and give you a short squeeze to 96,000 on Bitcoin. So that's just something I'm taking note of, watching for. Remember, guys, we are live on Clapper. TikTok does really get banned, and I can't post here anymore. I'll be going over to Clapper. It might not be a bad idea to get a fresh start anyways, because I think I'm shadow banned on TikTok, so I wouldn't complain that much if it did happen. But anyways, I'm going to go watch some football. Looks like right now the Vikings are getting annihilated, and based on what happened last week, I'm not very surprised. But so I guess, again, just watch for Bitcoin to break 96,000. If that happens, I see a bigger move coming to the upside. If you guys want to join the trading group and see what I'm thinking 24/7, link to join is on my YouTube channel. We just had someone join last week, so I do appreciate it. Thanks for the support. Thank you, Matthew, for the gift on TikTok. And yeah, I'm gonna post this chart right now to the trading group because actually it's kind of high risk, but you're about to break the 200 moving average at 106 on the 15-minute time frame. I'm gonna post this to my trading group. This is Aerodome. But I probably post 10 charts a day. A lot of the charts are on the same asset, but I just update you on the assets I'm trading. The ones I'm posting right now is obviously Bitcoin. I post that every day, but then Urine Finance and Arrow is the ones I've been watching really closely recently because they've just been volatile. If they're volatile, that's how you can make money in the market. And again, I've obviously talked about Arrow, but you can't use a stop loss in that, so that's more of a $100 gamble. Really, it really is. So that's what I see going on for the markets into tonight is a move to the upside. And if you break 96,000, I see a parabolic move above 100,000 by the end of this week. So that's my predictions. I've given them to you. If you don't break 100,000, if you stay below 95.2 or get back below it, look for 94.4. And then to the downside below that, 90,400. Below that, 89.2. And then below that, 73K. I don't expect 73K anytime soon, but those are the extreme bullish and bearish scenarios for the market. So that's kind of what I see going on. And let me see if there's anything going on here on YouTube. But that's just kind of how I see the markets going into this upcoming week. So I see a parallel. I'm going to say this one more time. If Bitcoin breaks 96,000, I see a move coming to above 100,000 by the end of Friday. So I'll leave it at that. I don't have any other requests to do. So I'm still long on Tesla. I'm still long on Herald. I know that's a meme coin. I'm still short on Urine Finance unless you break 8,100. I'll keep moving my stop down if we keep making lower lows. And those are the only three trades I'm in. The Tesla trade is super long term, several months. The Herald trade might be several months if we continue going up and making new all-time highs and higher lows. And then the Urine Finance trade could be another massive swing trade if we keep dumping. But right now, it looks like Wi-Fi might reverse as well as the entire market if Bitcoin breaks 96,000. So that's what I got. That's where I'll leave you with. If you guys want to be updated 7 days a week, join the trading group. Link to join is in the description on YouTube. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the support. And I'll see you guys on Saturday at 11 p.m. Central Time for our next live stream. Until then, have a great rest of your work week. We'll see what happens in the NFL playoffs tonight. And have a great night, everyone. Thank you for stopping by. Cheers. And I'll see you guys in the next one. So I'm going to end the stream now. And I'll see you guys in the next one. I'll probably be posting videos tomorrow as well on YouTube, so be watching out for that. And if I do that, I will do that, but it'll be tomorrow afternoon when I do that. So anyways, guys, thank you for stopping by, and I'll see you guys in the next one. One more thing I wanted to look at before I get out of here is There's this really, if you want to be a complete degenerate, it's called Rooney. Volume is only $6,000. I personally don't have a bag of this. And honestly, I'm not saying you should, not financial advice, but it's like, if it does go back to the all-time highs, the manager of this token is still managing it. He's still active. The chart just looks horrible. So now, given the fact that the 12-hour time frame is breaking down, though, I would not touch this. Earlier, when it was holding this $20,000 market cap, it looked intriguing to me, but now it's at 11,000. I would not touch this. I just want to look at this. I haven't looked at this in like a week. So I'll leave it at that. I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, trade safe. And again, Saturday, 11 p.m. Central Time is the next time I'll be live. Thank you guys for stopping by. And the Bitcoin bulls must break 96,000 for a parabolic move above 100,000. Cheers, everyone. Adios.